Mercy triumphs over judgment.
Hello and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday,
Oh, I feel like singing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Oh, why?
Every little thing, that's a message for somebody.
Yes.
Hello.
Don't
Every
worry
little thing
about
is
a thing.
Oh, maybe
But
the
that's-
locks?
You just saw your reflection. That's
And
right.
like the vibrant colors.
That's and the green. You're in Jamaica green.
What?
Who are you kidding?
Let's get it. Happy Monday. Hey, Claudine. BBNYC all day.
Oh, can you guys see my
You
shirt?
can't even see the smiling wave in the back because she wants y'all to relax and smile and wave
I
for the
know.
Monday.
You can't
yes.
see it. Smile and wave. So we're on our Don't Worry About a Thing.
Oh, I thought we were on our 90s hoops.
She gotta call me
What?
out.
Bamboo
Move it.
earrings, at least 2 pair. We singing all day. Let's go. Now we in hip hop. We were in reggae. Now we in hip hop.
Yes, yes,
Loving
yes.
it. It's Monday. Can you believe that? And
The
we're hyped.
locks. We are.
Why not?
Game.
The locks. Yes, Claudine. The locks.
So
Every
excited.
little thing is gonna be alright. Because it's Monday. Y'all know it'll be a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a struggle. We just, even though we're trying to connect.
Yes. Were you seeing us? Oh goodness.
Your powerful energy brought us back because
Yes,
we
you're
were
like-
losing it.
I saw the hearts. Thank you so much. But anyway, yes, it is a bright. We are just bright. Our energy is just bright
are.
this morning,
I
and
hope
I
you
hope
are too.
you are feeling the same way. Yes, we are talking about feminine energy.
We didn't talk about our weekend yet.
I know.
She's jumping the gun.
I know. I'm just like in this mode. But yeah, what'd you do?
How was your weekend?
What did I do? I went to a lot of basketball games again. They're taking over my weekends. And I was in bed at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I don't know what happened. We just were like run down by the end of the day. It was a lot of running from here to there, and it was what it was. But we got a lot of resting in. We're getting ready to go to my sister's wedding this week. We're leaving this week.
Shamiz, it's your time, girl. Yes.
So that is awesome. And I mean, good thing I got some rest in because the rest of the week is going to be a marathon to get there. But it should be all fun. All fun. I'm excited. I can't wait. We are finally here.
It's finally here. That's what I was going to say. Like, it's finally here. But OMG, I couldn't do a lot of basketball this weekend because Josiah got injured. I don't even think I could say that. Josiah was injured
Stuff.
this on Friday. I'm racing to go to catch his game, and he had to be carried off the court. His totally twisted his knee. But we are blessed. We actually have a physical therapist on call, Dr. James here. Love him. So he's family.
How did he? Was it a collision or he just fell wrong?
The way he just fell wrong and totally fell wrong. But the way we described it, they think it was more
Good
LCL,
morning, Salika.
not ACL. Ain't nobody want to handle ACL.
I don't know about any of that.
So, but he healed. Girl, listen, some Epsom salts bath. You gotta take it back. Stop playing. An Epsom salts bath. Ice that connect again.
Thank you, Jesus.
And he was doing much better. So apparently it wasn't as bad as we thought. I mean, it's still sore. He's still like limping all over the place. But he was able to come with us to celebrate his brother's 10th birthday. Luke is 10. So we did that. And I celebrated giving birth to this boy. How about that?
Oh,
I don't play these games. We
your
gotta
birthday
celebrate.
too.
Yes, it is. So we did that, Dave and Buster's, which was fun. And then my husband and I went to my friend. She was celebrating her graduation from Capella University.
Congrats.
Yes, she got her doctorate.
Big
and
things.
it was really nice, really nice. And again, I came away with the message of we have to celebrate our wins.
We do. every step of the way. We get so on this train like, all right, we did this, now what's next? But hello, college is not easy. How many papers, how many tests, how many sleepless nights, how many struggles? Yes, she can agree, she's in college right now. And the anxiety and all of that. And at the end, you're like, okay, I did it. And you're crossing the graduation line like...
Yeah, and you're like, next.
Yeah, like, what do I do now? Get a job? Or I gotta get a job.
I gotta get.
How about you celebrate you completed? Take a break, woosah, party on, and celebrate.
And you're not
your
waiting
wins.
all the way to your graduation day to celebrate either. You need to give yourself the little chocolate bar, the little ice cream, the little whatever that gets you to the next test, to the next exam, to say, damn, I did that. I really did that. Because that's what gives us the encouragement and the power and the confidence to do the next thing. If not, it's just like all big one blur.
That's so funny that you said that. So I just wrote this post about goal setting, which she's talking about that in life, and just along your progression to celebrate each step of the way. But I was talking about goal setting as far as your finances. Let's say you don't have, you were never good at saving, and you have a goal of having $1,000 or $5,000. Okay, start and break it down into increments, and each little increment, good morning,
Hey,
Lo. How are you? Each little increment
Jen.
along the way, you just take $5 or something and celebrate. And honestly, it doesn't always have to be money, but make sure you get some me time to celebrate that you're moving in the direction that you want your life to go, and you're making this happen. So that was huge that you said that. We have to celebrate our little victories along the way to the bigger goals, right?
And you are the
huge.
finance lady, and I don't want us to brush by the money thing, because we need to get our goals up with this money stuff.
Money House is our focus this year. At least it's been mine. So I'm going to share my page. And many of you are part of, have already liked the Stoic Life group. It's Stoic Life Financial Resources. Hi. Yes. And, we have to, we honestly are taught a lot of subconscious things like money's dirty, or it's bad for us to welcome or want money.
The root of all evil.
In our lives. Yeah. Even just that subconscious thing. It's like, no, the love of money and all of that. But it's like, you need money. It's just a medium to do what you need to do in life.
You don't want to glorify and worship money, because there's a fine line.
Exactly.
But you
don't want to repel it either.
Exactly.
No, welcome it into your life so you can do the other things that you need to do. Like,
we don't have to sit around being miserable all the time. I don't have it.
Exactly.
I can't go there. I can't do this because I'm never gonna have the money.
And even just that conversation.
Yes.
That conversation was often in my house growing up. Like, oh, I don't have this. You can't do that. I can't afford. Blah blah.
We
This
can't
is
do
repeated.
that. What you talking about?
Repeated.
Who got money for that?
But we were never talking about strategies to gain money. We were never talking about ways to invest. We were never talking about money in a positive way other than, oh, get a job and it ain't enough. You know what I mean? So let's change our money conversation on a day-to-day basis. For example, I was convicted the other day. I always operate with a debit card. And whether I'm going out to lunch with a friend or something, I would always have this moment like, oh, I never have cash for a tip. I never have cash. And I would always say this. And honestly, it was just like, stop saying that anymore. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's like, make a choice to keep $10 in your wallet. Just make a choice. And I've been doing that now for like the past, I think, 3 weeks, a month.
She's had way more than $10.
And I was like, what?
Yes.
Just a simple tweak, like stop saying that and choose to keep cash on you.
And gosh, it is so huge. The words that we say, if we could only stop and understand how huge it is and how it totally guides everything that we're doing and everything that we're experiencing.
It's so true.
Why do you want to limit yourself based by what is coming out of your mouth?
Yep.
You can totally propel yourself and put yourself in a whole nother dimension simply based by what you're saying. That's amazing what you just said.
Words
That is just that simple. It's that simple and that difficult all at the same time.
We got to be conscious.
Yes, I'm going to make the conscious effort of putting cash in my pocketbook. And so I'm going to have cash when I need it.
Yes.
Instead of continuing to say the story. And we love these stories.
Yeah.
We create these stories and keep ride or dying with these stories. Enough.
Exactly. We are choosing to change our reality. We're choosing to change our financial position. So if you haven't addressed your savings, if you haven't addressed your debt, stop ignoring it. Just like I had to face that, okay, I have this bag, I hate opening mail. I have this bag of mail that I just needed to sort through and just suck it up and face the music. Whether it's bills, whether it's whatever, face it. Put it in front of you. And I sat there all last weekend and went through, ripped up, and it was just like, oh, look at the things that I ignored and now have penalties on when I could have paid when it first came in.
And it didn't take 3 hours. Because I'm looking at the pile and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to take eternity. But once you just sit and go through it, half of it is crap.
Yes.
And the other half, you got to sit and figure out how you're going to deal with it.
And in the back of our mind, it's giving us anxiety anyway.
Oh my God.
But now it's gone. It's off our brain. You know, we got to face the music and decide how we want to live this life. How we want our money to look. Done.
That was my thing last week, finding someone to get my taxes done.
That's booked. That's already on my calendar.
Getting that. I'm sure y'all got all your checks already and unspent it. Those people, some people are on it.
Waiting.
Yes.
January 28th.
Where are y'all at with doing your taxes? Some people have people in their family that really helps them with that stuff.
True.
I don't have that.
I mean, I used to do it for some people, but I'm not a certified, accountant. So I would only do it for some family members online. But then myself, I used to do it for myself too, but then I was like, it got a little more complicated with, you had houses and investments and things like that. Let me just not mess with the IRS. So, exactly. You're so right, Gemma. Once we decide to face something that's been bothering us, it's usually not as bad as we expected it to be.
But that fear, sister.
Oh yeah, it just immobilizes you. That's all it's there to do.
It keeps you stuck and in this circle and not moving forward.
True.
Out of here.
Yeah, enough of that. We are facing our fears this year, however they crop up. And honestly, a couple of those motivational speakers, they always say life begins outside of your comfort zone. And they always say, like, when you head towards your fear, that's also, actually Will Smith even said that. He's like, and after you hit that, that's probably your highest moment or your most exhilarating experience, if you just face that one thing, that huge fear that's been stopping you. And I'm like, so I want to encourage you guys to grab it, and whatever it is that's making you fearful, go meet it head on.
Because every little thing it's gonna be all right.
There
Gemma, tackle that room one sock, one shirt at a time. That's what I had to do last week. One shirt, one top, one thing at a time. And before you know it, clean room.
Yep.
Okay, it's back dirty again. But that's not the point. The point was that I tackled. And then my husband came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to go there.
So here we are today.
Here we are. We had such an awesome discussion with you guys last week, just talking about feminism and what your thoughts are about it, how society perceives it, how you yourself, looked at it, and how it was affecting, not only our kids in school, but how media, portrays, feminism.
And all the messages that we just continue to perpetuate.
Oh, yeah.
Or new messages or whatever. Because it's our month, y'all.
Yes, and ain't nothing wrong with focusing on the beauty that is woman. We are awesome. Just saying. But we wanted to get into this feminine energy thing. If you're part of the Fit and Fab group, I mentioned it in a video last week when I was just, and I think I've shared a video before in the past, just saying, hey, ways you can, bring your feminine energy to the forefront. And it listed like 8 different ways. One of them was dancing. One of them was like, taking
movement
some time.
is always a part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Taking some time to like pamper yourself. And there was a couple of different things that they listed. Hanging out with your girlfriends, that brings your feminine energy up. Couple of different things like that. But it became clear that maybe you don't understand what we mean by feminine energy, or when you're operating in your feminine versus your masculine sides. Gemma's singing, she's every woman.
Everybody's singing
yes,
today.
we are. It's all in us. So,
Being creative.
Being creative. That was one of them. Go paint, go sing, create music, whatever it is.
Come up with more ideas for your business, more ideas for how to keep your room clean,
Oh,
more ideas for how to
Crafting,
get the dinner going. Yes.
Cooking. These things that when you make something, when you're creating something, that is operating in the feminine
we feel
energy.
good when we're doing that stuff.
But I wanted to quickly break down some certain things. So both male and female have masculine and feminine sides. And it is, kind of understood that, okay, males usually operate more often in the masculine while females should operate more often in the feminine. And, depending on the situation, vice versa. So to operate, just going from Google searches really quickly. Some characteristics of the feminine energy is, thoughtfulness, beauty, empathy, vulnerability, intuition, patience, sensuality, and radiance. Radiance. Vulnerability, right? Vulnerability, I know for a fact, we don't like the word. A lot of us have been taught to not show weakness. And vulnerability is seen as a weakness. And it's like, no,
nope.
Where do you think that strong black woman just erroneous idea comes from? Because we had to portray this, and in all honesty, we had to play both roles many times. I was sharing with her that early, growing up in life, I was pretty much in a community of single women, single mothers. And so that's what I learned. I learned you have to be independent. You have to be,
Can't
resourceful.
Depend on nobody to take care of you.
You got it. So if you don't got it, you'll figure it out. So I tend to, and plus I came from a family of pretty much all boys and then me. And so I know for me, I have to actually work harder to bring my feminine out, because I come off, I'm mad that assertiveness is one of the masculine traits, but I'm assertive, or I'm direct. I was always told that I'm too direct with my speech, and I'm like, I don't understand.
But have you learned that sometimes you got to tone that down with your husband?
Yes.
You could pull it up when you fighting the man at Chase, but or when you're trying to get your bills lowered, or when you're trying to, work out something with your kids at school. But when you come home, you need to kind of tone that down. And I think we don't
know to do that.
We don't really know how to manage that.
So for example, the masculine characteristics are seen as protectiveness, competitiveness, assertiveness. They stay in their logic, rational mindedness over their feelings, and a certain confidence is considered masculine. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a certain confidence that women innately have once they are, they love themselves, and you could tell they're just so self-accepted.
Yes.
They're so this is who I am, and those women. These women honestly make you admire them. They walk in the room and command presence, because it's that's who they are, and that's who they're presenting
and they're not
to the
being
world.
assertive about it.
No, it's just their presence. It's their aura, and men and pretty much everybody around can tell that is,
and are attracted
to this self-confidence that this woman has. And I learned I had to say sweet things
without a but.
Oh yeah, we do that little argumentativeness in us, because we get trapped. The video I shared earlier today talks about how this particular, I think she's a coach or something. She deals with a lot of women, and how she hears the complaint all the time that these women complain they do all this stuff for people. They do all this stuff and they're never appreciated, and they're always trying to make things better, and they're and they're exhausted. They're completely depleted.
I think a lot of times people are trying to do for us, and we're not allowing, we're not accepting simple things.
Yeah.
So, guy sees you on the streets, like, oh, can I help you with those bags? You're like, no, I got it. Can I open the door for you? I got it. Someone was saying that he's in the dating scene, and he'll be like, oh, let me come pick you up. And she's like, you don't have to drive all the way across town. I'll just come and meet you at the da-da-da-da. What are we doing? Allow.
Yes, accept.
Allow that. I mean, I'm very simple, and because I had to work on this for myself. Another woman will say to you, "Oh my God, you look
Accept
so nice,"
a compliment.
and you're like, "What? This? I got this at Walmart for $10. Stop it. Whatever. How about thank you?"
Yes, simple thank you. But that's so true that you said that, because I don't know who it was that challenged me to just accept something. It's like whatever it is that the next person, whoever it is, offers you, accept it. Like, because I didn't realize everything. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Whoever it could be, they're holding the door for you, and you're like, oh, thanks, or no, who was it? Like, I think it was a brother of mine or something. Like, hey, I have this bag of toys for the kids. You think they want it? And I'm like, no, they have enough toys. Just accept it. He thought of you. Say thanks. Keep it moving. It was simple stuff like that you don't realize. You're always like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. And it's just like,
and then you're like, nobody gives me anything. Nobody helps me. Nobody. This is the story that we were talking about earlier. We're creating these stories in our heads, and you're not allowing. So eventually, people just fall back. Like, you got it.
Exactly. Because you got it.
You mad. Your husband's sitting around because he's like, you got it. And you operating like you got it. So you got it. So I don't have to help you do anything. Matter of fact, you love doing all that stuff.
Oh, I hate that.
Because it looks like you love doing it, and you got it. So
I can't.
We have to change this story in our heads, and we have to really open, because that's our energy. That's what it is. But we're stifling it. We're literally stifling that flow.
Yep.
By ourselves.
Yep.
I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying across the board that we're the only part of the problem, but we're part of the problem. And we want to address our part of the problem.
Yes. Yes. So when you start just tuning your mind to be aware of these ways that you block the flow, we have to honestly make a conscious effort to receive pleasure, receive compliments, receive love in any way, shape, or form, and stop being like, no, because we have this misconception that, we don't want to appear weak, we don't want to appear dependent, we don't want to appear, again, too vulnerable, right?
Yes. I have clients, literally, and I know some of y'all can agree with this, they're stopping themselves from getting orgasms. They're stopping themselves from fully being pleasured in the bed because they don't want to. You're not surrendering in any aspect of your life. You even want to control when you're in the bedroom. Wow.
But what if that's what like you're not consciously doing it, you're just like...
That's why I'm hoping that once you identify this in so many different areas, because you're so tense all day long with everything and trying to keep everything together, that it's still so hard for you, even in the bedroom, to just literally
let go.
Go. Surrender. And that's what all this breathing is about, the breathing skills, and that's what the meditation is about. All of that is to just let go. Just find a moment to let go. Because you honestly believe that if you don't keep all these balls rolling, your whole world is going to collapse. But I promise you, it's not going to collapse. And you have to have trust and believe that the universe, everything is working for you.
Yes.
Like,
it's not against you.
God is not trying to make you fall.
Yes.
Like, that's not what's happening here.
Yep.
But you have to trust and believe that. But you're thinking like, I have to keep everything running. And so then if I don't, like, my husband can't, nobody can't, just me.
That's a lot of pressure.
And yes, when you're single, a lot of it is on you. A lot of it is it's only you. But you have to find, there's other avenues and there's other ways in where you have to just let go.
Yeah.
And just receive. Like, simply, good morning, girl, you look nice. Receive that. Take that instead of, Girl, what you talking about? I didn't even get no sleep. Look at the bubbles under my eyes. I can't. Like, these are the stories.
Okay, so there's that, and honestly, I've seen that modeled just all the time.
Yeah.
But that also comes from insecurity, too.
Yeah.
At a very early age, I remember even, again, growing up, that girls are taught to compete. Like, no, you don't have big boobs like her. You don't look like her. You're not light skinned like her. You're not, you get what I'm saying? So we're taught that, you know, who we are is on a spectrum, and there's a top and you're somewhere in between. So you have to be aiming for the top. Whoever's at the top or around you, you have to hate on.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this competitiveness that honestly shouldn't be there. We were made who we were for a reason. And it's just, honestly, I didn't really learn that until my 30s, pretty much, that this is me. Like, all of this. My nose just how it is, my lips just how it is, my everything here is me. God put it here for a reason, and he said it was perfect. Oh, okay.
People are just saying it. You want to reject it. Right. Yeah,
So
that's
true.
definitely linked to our security.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I had to take just sit there and have moments where I sewed into myself. I didn't realize it mattered that I spoke kindly to myself.
Girl.
Right?
It's huge.
I know.
But there's a whole there's a whole system of girls being mean to girls. Like a whole thing that happens exactly what you just explained of, you know, you don't need men saying nothing to you because y'all are just fighting with each other and I'm watching video after video, and it was like, it doesn't matter if you have big boobs, small boobs, big butt, a small butt. Like,
they'll find
everyone
something.
was talking about that.
Yep.
Like, you have to know for yourself
Yep.
what you bring to the table.
Yep. Exactly. And love it. Offer it up. Like, look, ain't nobody like this.
And that positive self-talk is not easy,
It's not easy.
but necessary. Because that negative talk, woo, child, that comes easy and quick and fast and constant.
Like you be
And
trying on a
constant.
new outfit or something. It's like, what in the world?
It is
When
ridiculous.
did that get
Yes.
there?
I am consistently telling my clients, it's a retraining of the brain.
It is.
And as much, you have to all day, every day, speak these messages to yourself, because those other messages are coming hard and fast
All
and
the time.
constant. So you have to constantly be telling yourself, you got this, you're beautiful, you're fabulous, you're doing it.
But what's worse is that, you know, I have a little girl, and so I'm trying early on to have her instilled with these things. But first it was like, okay, I'm always, you know, telling you how you're such a beautiful girl, you're so kind, and talking to you. But then it's also like, now you say that to you. And she was like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why can't you tell yourself you look nice? You don't need to do anything. You look nice just like that. Like, say, okay, I look really nice today. She's like, no. And she, like, fought me on it. Like, she didn't want to tell herself that she looked nice. And I'm like, what? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But where does that come from? Either way, wherever it is. And I'm like, she's 8.
Mm-hmm.
We got to knock that down.
Exactly.
Knock it down right now, and you better learn to love yourself, because you're going to grow up with this root of insecurity, waiting for people to feed you compliments and waiting for your approval and acceptance from everybody else outside of you. It's like,
when
no.
you don't get 20 likes, as
This
opposed to your other
generation.
friend who got 55 likes, then, I mean, your whole world crumbles. No.
But
No.
why do you think we were seeing the rise of young kids committing suicide and things like that?
Because they didn't get all the likes.
Oh my God.
Like, it's just that simple.
That's so
They
terrible.
went on Facebook and they didn't get all the likes. Instagram, sorry, they do not do Facebook. That's for old people.
Oh, Snapchat.
It's Instagram and Snapchat. And if you didn't get enough likes and people are not saying all that stuff to you and they're not inboxing you enough and saying how fabulous you are and whatever, therefore you must be horrible, you're not enough, and then I don't want to be in this world anymore.
And
wow.
in all honesty, like me, again, we're the Facebook generation, really. So we're not on everything else. But I'm like, there were points, especially when I was at my lowest that I had to be like, I'm just not going to look at Facebook. I had to just go on a Facebook and whatever fast because I started to realize that me seeing my friends living this fabulous life started to make me feel like crap because I was not doing fabulous
in New
things.
York, and you see like the people that are out of state in front of their big, huge houses, like, hey, because New York is a struggle, and out of state, like you see, they're in mansions, right?
It's so
and you're like, what? Look
for
at
half
them.
the price.
They're fabulous.
With a pool.
Yeah. So it's not just kids. Stop it. It's us too. And we need to stop looking at these edited lives.
Yes.
Just pieces of people's lives. And, oh my God, they look so fabulous. And she looks so great. And blah, blah. Stop. Focus on you.
Yeah. So that's a huge way to get
fabulous
your
you are.
feminine energy up, is to spend some time doing with yourself, doing something you love to do. Period. Yes. Get out of the comparison mode. Get out of the competition. Stay in your lane. Like, this is just your life. Nobody can live it for you. And get that idea that somebody's coming to steal something from you. Just own this right here. Whatever is for you is yours. Whether you have it now or whether you're going to have it in the future, it's yours. Mm-hmm. Right? Nobody's going to claim it before you. It has your name on it. Mm-hmm. So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's yours. And once you have that understanding, you could sit there in faith, like, I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get too knocked down from it, and you'll just be able to enjoy being present. And I think that's huge. That's we sit there and like, we have so much anxiety because we're racing ahead. How about enjoy today? Enjoy
and be
this
grateful
moment.
for today. And she's saying it's so hard for women to compliment and uplift each other. Okay, listen.
Exactly.
Let's just challenge ourselves this week.
Yes.
You see huge. Another woman and compliment her. Because I know I had to do this. And I'm saying to myself, gosh, she look cute. No. Open your mouth and tell her.
And it's a little awkward at first, especially if you don't know her or whatever. And honestly, that was one of my things in a small act of kindness, is just like, you're giving. You're adding to the love in the air. Like, you just put a smile on that woman's face. That didn't take nothing out your bank account. That didn't take nothing away from you. You just made somebody else smile. That also makes you smile. Honestly, we mirror what we see. Mm-hmm. And so that was huge. You're just adding to the love in there, really. So
that's what we want to do.
Yes.
That's what we're here to do. Like, that is our mission. Shine our light and just be blessings to other people.
Radiance.
Yes.
Let our light so shine. Let it shine from the inside out. Oh, love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
And another way, let us not put down, so like I listed before, thoughtfulness, beauty. Surround yourself with beauty. Just like I've been on this kick probably since last year. I want to redecorate my house. And I did my bathroom so far. I got to do my kitchen. I got all the rooms painted. Surround yourself with beauty. It honestly puts you in higher vibration, like higher spirits. You wake up and it puts a smile on my face to see that, okay, wow, the nice new paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, that picture that with the words that says choose happy.
Yes.
Oh, I was feeling down, but I'm going to choose happy.
Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
You starting, girl.
And see, moments like that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Where we sit there and doll ourselves up. Right? Miss Lowe can tell you about it. When we take time to doll ourselves up, we feel like we look good. So again, we exude that confidence too. It adds to our confidence. Because if you sneak out early in the morning, mind you, we've had some run-ins, like you're just running out, whether you're dropping your kid off or something, you're hoping nobody sees you. It's not that you're not self-confident, you're just lacking the confidence that you look your best right now. And so it's like, I really don't want to look anybody.
Just grab the red lipstick and keep it moving. Listen. Just listen. And keep it moving, because
exactly, when you look good, you feel good about yourself.
Yes.
Which is huge.
Yes.
And then you walk with your shoulders back, and you just, you meet
jeans,
people in
not
the
leggings. Hashtag jeans, no leggings. And sometimes you want to put your heels on. Hello.
Yes.
Just with your jeans. You're not getting dressed for work. You just want to be cute to go wherever.
That is hilarious. But
if you
yes,
put your heels on with your jeans, it takes it up a whole nother notch.
does.
Y'all already know.
it does. Just like I think at least once a year, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear dresses for the rest of the year. Never happens. But it's like a goal.
You started wearing some. I remember, Claudine, you were on that kick too. I'm going to wear more dresses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it accentuates things. Honestly, I feel like a lot of times, especially with a lot of the maxi dresses, they just fall in a certain way that you feel dressed up.
Gemma, you know all about the maxi dresses. You love them too. Because I know I love them.
Especially in the summer, like you just feel dressed up without doing much. And it's just like, you just look very feminine, very flowy. And I'm like, yes. I love this.
And as much as sometimes we're like, I don't got to get dressed to feel, but sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sometimes you just got to force yourself. And it helps you get out of a funk.
Mm-hmm. Because we're like dragging, and we don't even realize how much we're dragging. And it doesn't take 20 hours just to, put I love mascara. Oh my God. Let's put some mascara on. Okay? Get some eyeliner, put some lipstick, some cute lip gloss, and just keep it moving. Just keep it, just to kind of put that spring in your step.
Yeah.
And go. I'm not saying you have to all the time, but I think it perks you up.
So for those of you who are married or in relationships that, okay, let's say throughout your day you have to be in that masculine and that assertive, get things done. Whether you're in stay-at-home mom mode or businesswoman mode, you have to get things done. You have to check things off your to-do list. You have to operate in a certain way. So you are, in that head-on mode. Make an active, make a conscious decision then to unwind. Do something that will slowly unwind you from that upfront mode, that masculine, into your more receptive feminine mode.
I tell my clients, before you walk in the house, do your breathing. Or before he comes in the house, you're a stay-at-home mom, do your breathing exercises just to kind of transition to the next stage. And you just kind of breathe it out, because this child ain't stopped crying all day, and you have 20,000 things to do, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but you don't want to totally pour all of that.
As soon as he walks in the door, as soon as you see him.
The person walking in the door, and you need a breather your damn self.
Tracy looking out for her kings.
At the gas station, why not?
Yes. Better get it.
Before you pick up the kids, breathe it out. Breathe it out, because they always coming with some nextness. They always coming in with either just talking too much, like, oh yeah, you know what happened today, or not talking at all, and you gotta pull. Like, you just want to prepare yourself and breathe and be willing to receive what it is coming, instead of, I can't deal with this right now. You don't want to go with that.
Anytime you're resisting something, and you could feel it, like you're resisting something, it's like a block. So it actually makes it more painful. Just like you were talking about surrender with sex, I had to learn about it with my most recent pregnancy. So some of the people that were talking about just getting prepared for delivery, you have to surrender. Like an active thought of surrender, meaning don't fight the contraction, don't constrict up and tighten, because it makes it hurt more. You have to, it's like a wave, and you have to kind of let your body just pulsate through the contractions. And I'm like, nobody ever taught me that the first two, and I don't know how to do it.
And you're still holding on and not surrendering.
Yes. And I'm trying, but it's a learning process. So whatever you can do to get yourself in a receptive, surrendering mode, whatever, for example, dancing, you turn on some music. Sometimes, and we've said this plenty of times, sometimes you just got to turn on some music and let loose and just dance and let your body do what it does. Like, just...
But we get in our own way on that too. I don't really know how to dance that great.
Get out your head. Get out your head.
I'm not really, I don't know how to do the move. Stop. Just dance. Just let
Nobody's watching. Dance like nobody's watching.
And do whatever. But we get in our way so often, and what we're hoping today does is gets you aware.
Yes.
Gets you aware of how much you're constricting. how much you're not allowing yourself to receive. You'll start seeing things that you've never seen before. Like, oh, that's over there. And, oh, I didn't see this before. And I mean, you just literally start opening up.
Yes. It is so
It's
necessary. I love music. Honestly, yeah. If I could keep a song on all the time, I sure would.
Drinking alcohol helps too, most definitely.
Yeah, have a glass of wine.
Most definitely.
Unwind. So this other coach that I was talking to a while back would say, okay, you're preparing for your husband to get home. Maybe do something sensual. Like, do something that makes you feel good. Go take a bath. Light some candles. Have the mood, just the aura in the house, just a calmer, and it calms you down, and then he'll walk in also and just be like, oh, okay, it's calmer. It's, you know, it allows his walls to then come down too, because he's now coming from a stressful or situation, and he's coming home. Home should be a place of decompression, right? Another way to bring your feminine energy up front, we talked about dancing, we talked about self-love, whether it's affirmations, sewing into yourself, creativity. What else did we mention? So creativity, and that could be painting or whatever, cooking, anything that is the creative mode. Crafting something, making something. Hanging out with your girlfriends. Maybe you went to lunch with your girlfriends and just get light. Don't always sit in that get stuff done to-do list mode.
And I know you don't got time for that either. But we have to make time for these spaces. It's amazing how a half an hour chilling with your girlfriend just like adds so much to you. You feel refreshed.
Yes.
You feel like, you've been nurturing yourself, you pour it into you, because that's what it is. That's what you're doing. You're pouring into yourself and giving into yourself, which is just so awesome. And yes, some days you're so tired, you don't have time to get the mood right for your husband when he walks in the door, listening, whatever. I'm tired as hell. I've been running around and I'm doing this and that. But it's really more for you.
Yes.
Than it is for him, because
it makes the evening smoother.
Yes.
Because if you're in your masculine, he's in his masculine, y'all are going to butt heads. It's going to just be not as, what is the word? Fluid, smooth as it could be. If you're operating in your feminine, he's in his masculine, then it's like opposites attract. It'll flow easier. So that is what we wanted to highlight to you guys today.
Yes.
And I know, like I said, for me, I know I have to make a conscious effort because I'm always in like check. And
yeah. And the big thing is not, I'm going to say it. You don't want to be competing with your husband.
Yes. And subconsciously that does happen. It does happen. It's like, what did you do?
How much hours he worked? He didn't do this. He just picked up da-da-da-da-da.
And that's where we end up with the nagging and the, what did you do versus what I did? And yada, 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 yada. But then again, also, it's okay for us to operate in different areas. Like, I'm running this area, you run that area, and then we don't need to compete.
Right.
We're agreeing. Obviously, we're not saying let them off the hook if they're not doing their part, but we're not there to compete or compare with my to-do list versus yours, who worked better, who worked harder, because that's how we end up telling them, no, you don't know how to do it, so I'll do it, and then you end up doing everything.
Everything. And that ain't it.
Just let him do it how he does it.
Surrender.
At least he's doing it.
Yes, because sister, doing all of this and then you all mad and resentful and you're not doing the work with love and graciousness, it doesn't make any sense.
And then adds to that additive, nobody appreciates me. Well, you said you wanted to do it. You know?
You said you had it. You got it. Like, no, it's too much. It's too much.
Yep.
And it's so much better when you're able to do what you do from a lighter space and a giving space and more relaxed and feeling like appreciated. It just flows so much better than I gotta do Foley's damn clothes. I'm so sick of this. Like, you don't. I'm grateful that I'm a mother. I'm
Yes.
grateful that I have this opportunity. I'm grateful that there's clothes to fold. I'm grateful that I have
Starting
enough
from
money that there's clothes to
That
fold.
moment of gratitude.
I'm grateful that I'm in this position. I'm so grateful. And let's start from that space, and that'll help a lot more things flow. And like she said, when you've been raised in this
Independent woman.
in this independent woman space, like, you got to get this done and you don't need nobody and you could do it and da-da-da. It's so hard
Exactly.
to find the space where you can just let go and receive and do it with joy.
Yes. And not feel like you're weak because you're doing it. You
That's
know,
the
we gotta
piece.
let go of that chain.
That's the piece.
Like, shake that off real quick.
Or
because-
even you're weak because you want to somehow
help.
serve your husband.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
How did we get warped up in that? Like, how is that weak? But yeah, we have gotten these messages that it's weak that we want to do something for him.
And then we have the other side, which is the polarizing side, where the men now expect it. You have those men that expect you and then end up in like some servitude nonsense.
Yeah.
No, that's not it
Let's
either.
identify that too.
That's not it either. So if we can, do our part, which will attract the right masculine, and address those areas of what we don't want if it
Yes.
crops up anywhere.
And address it from a space of love.
Yeah.
But it needs to be addressed.
So true.
But we know, at least we're coming from a space where we know who we are and what we're doing, and not from just kind of all over the place, overwhelmed, angry. We don't want to come from that space.
Yeah, but it starts with you. It starts with you knowing and loving you, and then knowing what you want and knowing that it's going to come to you, right?
Yes.
You don't have to make it happen. I'm not saying don't be a go-getter, but you'll find that you'll find that rhythm,
You'll
that
find your
flow,
rhythm.
not that pushing against.
Yes.
You feel it when you're striving to make something happen. It's exhausting.
Yes.
So we are meant to
On
operate in our flow.
so many
women.
levels exhausting. I don't feel like y'all don't understand how many levels of exhausting. Physically exhausting, emotionally exhausting, just
Been there.
exhausted on so many levels, and you're not getting nowhere.
But frustration and anxiety and depression.
And resentful.
But yeah, we just wanted to share that with you guys. Definitely comment below and let us know.
Which you guys have been.
Yes,
All this feminine
I
energy,
know,
hanging
I
out with
know.
our sisters. Love it.
Love you guys. You guys have been on it this month. I just love all of this. I feel the love coming at us. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, a blessed rest of the week.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Wait, no. Y'all are gonna, this week, you're gonna compliment women. Don't forget your assignment.
Yes, that is your goal for this week. And next week, we have a special episode. We have another freedom fighter we are featuring. You're
Yes.
going to love her. Her story is inspiring. And I hope she encourages you to go after your goal, right? That is what it's all about. We are all everyday, regular women, but we're trying to incite you guys.
Yes, and we're all trying to be the best we can be.
Yes. Go after the life you want. We love you guys. We will talk to you
Happy
soon.
Monday!
Bye.
I see the compliments coming. Love
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Love you. Love you.
Mercy triumphs over judgment.